Over the last couple of years, we've taken ARB spec vehicles across some of the toughest terrain in the country, from the freezing Victorian high country to the scorching Queensland outback, from the top of Tasmania, and of course a few sand islands. It might look like fun, and it is, but it's part of a real-world testing process that all the gear has to pass with flying colours. And it's a process that's taken us pretty well to the end of the world and back again. And it all starts right here. Welcome to ARB's equivalent of Q Branch, where new models are scanned, studied and sized up for accessories to improve their off-road ability, safety and appearance. Ivan Clancy's the boffin in charge of the operation, overseeing every step of the process. So Ivan, this is literally the ARB skunk works where all the secret stuff happens.
It is, absolutely.
And mate, if the James Bond movie people ever come along and said, could you make us a machine gun or something to pop out of a Hilux?
Well, not quite a machine gun or something that pops out of a Hilux, but certainly heavy-duty suspension for armoured vehicles. So we've been involved in that and we supply that worldwide.
So R&D on the scale that we do it here, Ivan, are there any other companies in Australia that would do anything like it?
Oh, I don't believe so. I think we're number one, and we do basically everything on in these four walls, and I don't believe there's anyone else out there that comes close to what ARB commits to in the R&D department.
A team of more than 45 men and women make up the production and design engineering departments, working on all sorts of gear, from bars to brackets. Basically, anything you'd want to bolt onto a four-wheel drive. Ivan, it looks like you've got artists as well as engineers.
We have Roger. Gavin is our resident industrial designer, and we take the product from concept right through until hand over to production engineering. So what you see Gavin doing here is some renderings on a import vehicle. This is one for the US. But Gavin also does canopies, as you can see on the back wall, canopies, even down to the detail of the handle that goes on the back of the canopy. It starts off as a rendering and goes through into a CAD model and then finally analysis and then into production.
And made all these lines all over the map of Australia. What are they?
That's the Wall of Honour, and that's where the guys of ARB Engineering have been in four-wheel drive, so they've been pretty much all over Australia. The Simpson has been done right up into the Kimberley region.
So they've got a good idea of how tough things need to be to get you out there and get back.
That's one of the advantages that we have here, Roger, and that's that these guys are enthusiasts. They're using the product over the weekends and they know what works and what doesn't work. It also gives them inspiration for design. After
the design phase, generally a prototype is created that can be sent out into the wilderness for a bit of real-world testing. This can include tricky off-road trails or thousands of kilometres of outback roads before it's brought right back here to be stripped apart and analysed for performance and reliability. And with the factory right next door, it can go straight into production for distribution around the country and around the world. You can find the full range of ARB off-road accessories on the website, as well as find the location of your nearest store.